you feel like there's more out there than your circle of experience has shown you? Have you found it hard to escape the overindulgence of North American mainstream society? When I was younger, I really wanted to travel and explore the world, to hike through Europe and explore Africa and Australia. But when I was younger, I didn't have the courage or the means to do it on my own. When I was in my mid-20s, I started living a life that wasn't mine. I got married. I had 2 wonderful kids, grew in all the wrong ways. Was really unhappy, and still thought that someday I would do the things that I wanted to do, but really had no idea how that was going to happen. After my marriage ended, I woke up to the fact that I wasn't living my own life, and I was determined that I was going to do the things that I wanted to do and experience the experiences that I wanted to experience. I decided that someday doesn't come if you don't make it. So 2 years later, I was looking up the local Habitat affiliate to volunteer there. When I was on the Habitat Canada site, I noticed the Global Village program link and realized that the whole world had opened up to me. But of course, old excuses came into play. I couldn't afford my mortgage, let alone the $3,000 to $5,000 it would take me to go on one of these trips. So I pushed the thought aside, still making excuses for why I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. The next year, I looked up the trip schedules again, in a rut that I'd been in many times before. But then I started looking at the costs, looking at all the different places that I could go to. Since I realized that someday doesn't come if you don't make it, I decided on Kenya. I sent in my application, had an interview with the team leader, and got put on the team. So then the question was, what the hell am I going to do now? I just signed myself up to spend about $3,500, had no idea how I was going to afford that. But since I decided that I was going to make someday a reality, I had to figure out how to do it. So I baked 2,220 buttercreams. About a week before I was getting ready to leave, I started in the what the hell was I thinking stage. Several times in my life, I put myself in situations outside of my comfort zone to gain confidence, but this was so far outside that it was a little overwhelming. So on August 12, 2010, I said goodbye to my kids, and off I went. To say that it was a life-changing experience is an understatement. I'm going to look at my notes. You all get different things out of experiences. What you get out of it is up to you. When I went there, I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting to work hard, but I really didn't know what that was. When you hear the term backbreaking labor, you think it's just an expression, but there's really an ounce of truth to it. When you spend 2 days lifting and tossing good-sized rocks, you learn what it means. You also learn that you can work harder than you think you can, and that it feels really good to be tired, really exhausted, and to wake up the next morning really wanting to do it again. So my original plan was to go on a trip every 2 years until my kids were older. But a few days in, I decided I was hooked. So less than 6 months later, I was off to Santiago, Chile for my second trip. I've also been to Kerala, India, and will lead a team to Armenia in April. One of the benefits of traveling with a purpose is the ability to help those less fortunate, those who, even though they seem to have less, are still happy and hopeful. One of the things that my team members have said is that they feel a great responsibility to do their best and put in the effort and give back, remembering everybody that has ever done something selfless for them, especially strangers, and using that to motivate them to do better. It's always amazing how a group of people that has no previous connection can come together and communicate and work together. One of the things that people feel is elated and touched, lucky to have met the people that they've met and seen the places that I've seen. I've met some amazing people and seen things I never would have seen if I was just a tourist. So I encourage you all to step outside your comfort zone, expand your horizons, experience traveling with a purpose, and get to know that good, tired feeling.